I'm going to get new hubs because this one's looking under the weather. So I may as well just get 2 new ones while we're there. We're getting some FE2 front suspension. So I'm not even going to run the standards again. The FE2 is Pedders, selling the coilovers. And that's where we're up to at the moment. Yeah. Finish off the engine bay one day. Ugh. 1 step forward, 8 steps back. I'm also going to opt for a slotted and dimpled, or just a slotted front rotor, because I hate looking at non-slotted. They just look poxy as, so it'll be copping them too. And I'll repaint the brakes, and I'm not going to paint the rotor like the old owner did on that, because that looks horrendous in my opinion. So yeah, that's on the to-do list. Phone. Don't get the bald spot. We got the boys here. It's been a heavy day in the office. We got the brakes painted because they were painted terribly. New rotors, sexy ones. Yeah. We've got new hubs. We've got new caster and casted link bushes. Clean the K-frame, ready to go back in. I've also got 90-10 suspension over the standard stuff. But yeah, just having a couple of quiet ones, having a bit of fun on the sim rig. Oh, so I put the whole front end back together. That looks much better, but the 90-10s, I reckon I need a pilot's license to drive this thing now. Hopefully the iron block brings it down to about the top of the tyre, because that looks horrendous. Or we just put double SLs, like SLs springs in it, and hopefully they will still work the same, because it'll definitely come down with the iron block in it and the engine back in it, but by how much I am unsure of. So we might be going to an SL spring to at least bring it to like that level, at least, not 6 inches, whatever that may be. That's probably a foot long, let's be real. Just put the front bar back on, tied it up in here. K-frame's hooked all back up, steering hook back up, just need some sway bar braces, sway bar bushes, then that can go back in and be bolted in. Merry Christmas everyone. It is Christmas Day, and last night I spent some time doing the clubby, or yesterday. Sanded it all down. I'm taking all the seam sealer out around there, taking the brake booster out, and the loom pushed it back through to the car. So I need to extend the wiring, come up along the guard for the headlights and horn. Do a little bit of bogging in here, over there, a little bit in there. Thinking about welding all of that up, even though you don't even see it. And weld that hole up, weld the clutch hole up. Probably weld that up. You can see the brakes are bent back out of the way again. Probably got to redo them, tidy it up a lot more. K-frame's obviously rebuilt, and relocate that earth cluster. And that's sort of it, hey. Might move this as well. God knows. Still heaps to go. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Little twinnies. No, don't come out here, it's dirty. Alright, so I filled a bit on this side, filled in a bit on that side, welded a couple of cracks up. There we've got the firewall and the rest of it's staying. Probably going to cut this lip off. And yeah. Don't know what I'm going to do with these 2 holes. I might just make plugs for them just in case I need them to run grommets through, but we'll sort that out later. That was for today. It's about 10 o'clock. Cut the lip off that firewall. Make it a little bit tidier. Did some bogging. I'm over it. I'm where I quit panel beating, and I'm not a panel beater anymore. But most of the imperfections are filled in. It's just sanding basically now. So, and hopefully have the firewall painted, put the master cylinder back in, put the engine bay in primer, then take it for cage. So that's what we call a temporary booth. Just heaps of booth plastic and a gazebo. enough to keep the dust out. Little door here. Probably should have put that at the back, but anyway. That'll do the job nicely. Hey? So yeah, prime the engine bay tomorrow. Gonna play some game tonight. That one for you. Ooh. Julie. With the car trailer. No whackers. Alright. Well, Ang's coming tomorrow to prime this up. See how we go. Big Chief.
Hey.
What have we got going on here?
Priming an engine bay.
Priming an engine bay.
Priming.
Puttying.
Yeah, putty.
Pete Angove days, eh? Putty it up. Yeah, that's just an insight of our apprenticeship. Putty it up instead of prime it up.
Old school thing.
Old school. So we've got the booth up. I won't swear. Got the sim rig off to the side.
If you did swear, why were you going to say F?
Huh?
Why were you going to say F?
And we got the booth up.
Right.
But yeah, just put some wash primer on it, acid etch.
It's good, we're using the air as a filter.
The air.
Yeah. See the air filter?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I completely forgot about that, eh?
What?
Filters.
Yeah, it's there. The air filter.
Oh, yeah. Good. Oh my god. Oh. That's good for what ails ya. Do you know how nice it is to see it all one colour? Let's get out of here. Done for the minute, eh?
Done. Looking good.
Better than what it was.
It's good for a backyardie, really.
And I don't overly care too much. I just wanted it tidied up, and this is exactly what I'm going for. So up in here and there, that gets seam sealed up before paint. Same as inside the towers along the back here and down the chassis rails here. That's why they've got the cuts in them. And underneath all of that gets sounded and like body, what's it called? Gravel tar?
Yeah, that one.
That one.
The Raptor stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
But hey, for the most part, that looks so much better than what it used to be. So I've still got the holes in here, just there for the heater tap. So it's still going to have a heater. Still got the AC core lines. That, I don't know, I never took that off, but maybe put like a catch can up behind there.
Or you can get the, I don't know, like fabrication do it, but I know they do a catch can for VLs that go in there. headlight bracket.
Yeah.
Or behind the headlight bracket.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I don't know whether I want to redo intercooler piping. Obviously, I haven't cut those back out yet because I filled them in because the cuts on it previously were absolutely horrendous. Guess we'll figure that out later.
Figure it out. We can always, if you want to make cuts and whatnot, you can always cut it and then re-prime it and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no rush, so.
Yeah, exactly. This is just to get it to, so it goes for cage in 2 weeks or about there. I need to strip all the interior. I just wanted this done so it wasn't in bare metal.
And the fact that it's sitting in the primer for that long, it'll help it. You're supposed to leave it a certain amount of time before you can sand it, so.
Especially when you don't bake it.
Yeah. It'll settle, it'll shrink back and fill into where it needs to fill into, and then we can look at it when it's all cured.
But for the most part, I couldn't give a flying if it's not Elite 60. It's not what I'm going for. I just wanted it tidied up compared to what it was before. When there's a big ass donk in there and intercooler piping and turbo manifolds and a turbo sitting there and catch cans and all that jazz and wiring, you can make them look tidy. It takes a while to make them look tidy, and it takes a bit to make them look perfect. But
well, the thing is, if you go perfect and then you go put a motor in, you're going to be pulling your hair out when you scratch a tiny bit of here.
exactly.
And it's just not worth it because it's going to be used. Hey, we could do an Elite 60 cut, or maybe an Elite 60, but we could give it a rev up crack. But that's not what this is. So
Yeah, it's not what I'm about. I just genuinely don't care. I don't have the care factor for it. I probably don't have the patience, but at the same time, that's just goes to show that I don't care. Like, it's a race street car that I'm supposed to have fun in, and I don't want to care about it too much. So.
And for the punter, what we did is, so it's obviously bare metal what we could, and then body filled to smooth it out, welded, blah blah blah, whatever. And the bare metal spot's got a wash primer, which is like an acid etch. It prevents rust or whatnot. And then went over it straight with the primer, your high build primer. So
And then
just covered every imperfection and pinholes and whatnot. And then yeah, what we'll do is, if it was a show car again, you'd block and whatnot. But all of his bodywork's not that bad, so I think we'll just block the
main parts of what you see,
the tub section and the flat. And
which
then,
none of this you actually see because I've got wastegate here, turbo here, dump pipe there.
So yeah, I'm thinking just block those sections, get them nice, and then it'll just be a wet rub for 600 on everything else and ready to paint. And then if you rub through pressure pack primer, the rub through primer, and then you're good to go. But yeah, that's what we did. We're not on the how-to channel, you know that. But if you want to learn more, ask questions.
Yeah. So what I did with mine as well is Low Fab make a chassis rail shave kit, and they actually go up to about here and they go across because these lips usually sit a lot higher. But because of where my wastegate is, I had to cut this lip off right here. And to me, I reckon they look a little bit funky when they have that tiny step down. At least that's got a big step down that looks, I don't know, just to me it looks purposeful.
It's factory and it's equal to that, so.
Yeah, but both sides they come up to about there, and they've just got the tiny little lip that it follows, and I don't like that. I'd rather it have a dramatic fall and then go to the next stage.
That's not taking anything away from low fabrication.
Yeah, it's just a personal thing, but I've welded all of the holes, and it's a lot harder to do because with the shave kit you just lip it straight across and then just weld up there, weld down there. Whereas I've had to go into every single little hole, fill it in, shave it back, bog it, and Robert's your father's brother. But because I've cut it off there and there where the dump was, it made it harder to be able to put that low fab kit back on. But in saying that, I also like this look better than, because if I would rather it come straight out across there and come straight across to the top, but because it's got the lip that comes down like, it just looks weird to me. So that's what I've done. Welded up the clutch hole that used to be right there. That used to have a big bolt in it. Put a little bolt in that. Couple of tags and stuff over here that I've cut off. There used to be a lip that I spoke about previously that used to go up along here. Cut that off. Obviously all the ABS, cruise control, and then all of the old holes that used to be here for the intercooler. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. That's all I've done realistically. But yeah, I guess, yeah, that'll do for now. Next video will probably be roll cage getting installed if he's going to film that for me or whatnot, or if I can film a little bit. But anyway, it's getting hot in here. Let's get out of here.
Let's go. Thanks to Aeroflow, Beno Paints, Perfection, DSK Fab, and
Killer Boost. All the good stuff. How cool's the cubby house though? Gives a cubby house. Right, so many of you may not know about this car wholly. It might be a little bit of an unknown to some people. This is Johnny Boy's, mine and Angus's father's, HQ. If anyone knows us from previous to the channel, Dad, when I was about 15, Angus was about 16, Dad built us a red Rodeo. That red Rodeo was packed with a 304, turbo 350, 9-inch ladder bar setup, custom interior. Just when I say custom interior, it had a dash and gauges and a set of race seats and a cool shifter. At 15 years old, that's badass. We helped him build it. Obviously, probably hindered a little bit, but I think that's what set our love for cars severely down the path where we're building drag cars. Anywho, Dad's always wanted another HQ. He had a Harley when we all had Harleys, and we had since sold ours, and Dad still had his. So with the help of his best mate, Luke, he put him on the straight and narrow and said, look, sell the Harley. We sold the Harley for him, and then we looked out for buying an HQ. We found this one that was just outside of Canberra, and it is how it looks now with red interior. I mean, I said to Dad, let's keep the red interior, but he's like, no, all black. So put a brand new dash in it, brand new center console, brand new front seats, retrimmed the door trims, retrimmed partial shelf roof lining and rear seats. I made a custom dash surround for him for the IC7. So that's what that looks like. And shifter surround, it's just got to get a boot around it. We didn't space the shifter up or anything because it was just so hectic. And a GDS steering wheel. Well, it isn't a GDS, we know that. They just look trick, so don't come at us. And the motor is out of that red Rodeo. So it is a 304, and Angus bought for his original VN Calais, hence why he called himself the Calais Kid, because he also had a VZ Calais. He bought this 871 for the VN Calais. Anyway, long story short, Dad ended up buying it. And this is the motor and box out of the Rodeo with the supercharger that Dad sold, that Angus sold Dad. This is her in the flesh. Shout out to Darcy for supplying me a catch can, which is from the VX, but we needed a catch can on it, so robbed that off the VX, made it work, found some twin carbs off the internet, just whacked them on and it started up first go. So all my dodgy wiring just to make it go, but man, for a quick build, this is not too bad. So it's got 871 to flat tap it solid cam. I don't know what it is. It's got Howard's lifters in it, monstrous cam, Joe Blow crank support, standard water pump. We've had to make the right spacings for it, custom make the alternator bracket to fit, custom obviously basically everything. But this isn't the way it's going to look forever. So Dad's dream car is Centerline Convo Pros and red, just dog's dick red. I mean, it's a trick. Oh, the ignition system is also a 6AL2 MSD. And man, I think about the last month, Dad had the motor sitting in there and the box sitting in there, and that was about it. And the last month it was all stations go. So we had to, I guess, because of the top pulley so big, because we don't want to run any boost on this, mind my yucky fabrication skills, but make a bracket that makes that sit up and sit away. Like you can see how close that blower belt is, because this is a bottom pulley basically. It's a 65 tooth. Custom make the offset for this sit right, because it's sat too far into the blower, and it would foul on it. But yeah, so this is Dad's HQ. It's not going to look like this forever, but it might for a year or two. Like, he might just want to enjoy it for now. He said he wants to take it to Power Cruise, and that is very rare for my father to want to do that. So big old 9-inch see that. You know what I mean? We cleaned it after naps, so obviously the heater vent and everything's got to go back in there. And it was just a dodgy switch panel to make it work. But man, it's bloody clean in here. So that's Dad's car, and I'll be whacking into my car soon. So mind you, the car also wasn't running right, wasn't tuned, and needs a tune still. Put a timing light on it and gave it some timing. It is E85, fuel cell on the boot. And yeah, obviously a lot of tidying up to do, but it works for the most part. So I don't know, you should probably have some fun with it. My custom fabrication skills of copper down there for the radiator pipe work. But yeah, any other questions, just ask us. I reckon it's a pretty trick thing. When we unloaded it off the trailer on the last day of summer, I had some people from Google come up around and see the car, and they thought it was pretty cool. So I took it for a fat lap around, and the kid filmed it, and he put it on his TikTok, and it got like 50,000 views. Anyway, stole his video, put it up on my Facebook, and so many people. Oh, the foot cam. First of all, let's get it straight. Cams don't sound like a blower hunt / blower surge. So get it right. I like to call it exaggerated blower hunt. Like, you know when you hear a tough gun, rap, rap. I'll put the video in of what I did when I was driving the car. So that's what I did up the hill, and you just get so many wankers that just they put shit on a blown HQ. Like, why does it hurt you so much that someone's accelerating up a hill? Oh, it's not even getting up the hill, it's on converter the whole time. Yeah, that was the point. I didn't want to skid up old mate's hill. I didn't know if he was going to be happy with it or not. And it was for the kid. Like, I'm not an asshole, and I didn't have permission to do a burnout, so I didn't do it. Like, but you just get so many people. They just get butthurt over a blown HQ driving up a hill, and they're all experts. So I found that funny, but I reckon it sounds tough, and I'm pretty happy because I'm driving a blown car and they're not. But anyway, that's Dad's HQ.